good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on the time you come across this our video. We'll start by thanking those of you that you have already subscribed to this our channel, Contending for the Faith. I created this channel since, but for the meantime I've been following so many YouTubers that are doing a great job, and for me, I have discovered that there is something lacking. I said earlier they are doing a great job, and they're still doing a great job by exposing charlatans. But one thing still remains clear: knowing charlatans is one thing, and living for God is another thing. None of us will make it on the last day according to the Bible simply by exposing charlatans. What is that thing that I find lacking? There are many of them doing great job. Take for example like the Niger crazes. They will say they are just making fun, but they are not just making fun. They are making sense, a lot of sense. Being real judge somewhere there in China. We have people like Church Reality Check in South Africa. We have Prof X, Bisola Johnson, some that I have not even mentioned. They are doing a great job, but one thing is clear: most of them, some of them believe that God exists, some of them don't believe that God exists. But for me, I believe that God exists, and Jesus made it clear that in the last days these fake people will come. What is their mission? The Bible talk of wheat and tares. Tares are in that farm that you plant your rice, just to make sure that the rice will not succeed, your crops will not succeed. And how did we manage to come out with this title? The title of our channel is taken from the gospel that Brother Jude wrote. In verse 3 he said, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints." When they say we should contend for the faith, it means to fight, but it's not a physical fight. Picking up weapons, calling the police on people, and Jesus Christ and his disciples show us the example. Jesus Christ was slapped, but he never called police. Stephen was stoned, he never called police. All the apostles died miserably, except John the Beloved, who was burned in a drum of boiling oil for 24 hours. He never died, and he was banished to the island of Patmos, where he gave us the book of Revelation. Now, in this channel, we are going to start a series that I titled Reasoning Together with the Bible as Our Constitution. Reasoning Together with the Bible as Our Constitution. We are going to look into salvation, what the Bible says man must do to be saved, for those that believe in the Bible. And as I said earlier about these charlatans, this is what Jesus Christ said, and it is happening, and others may be shocked and asking questions. If God is God, why are these things happening? If they don't happen, Jesus Christ is not God. And what is happening? A spirit-filled child of God, that child of God that is waiting for his coming, knows that the Messiah is around the corner. Why those who are blind, they are running up and down. Something happened. A very, very important scripture passage in the Bible in Matthew 24, where Jesus Christ gave the apostles signs of the end time. In Matthew 24, I will read verse 1 to 5. I will skip to verse 11 to 13, and I will read verse 25, 24, and 25. This is just an introduction to what we are going to be doing or looking into in the next coming episodes. Here, Jesus was in Jerusalem. I read verse 1 of Matthew 24 from verse 1 to 5. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the building of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, his disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, before we continue, you discover here, they were showing Jesus the temple of Solomon, showing that temple. And Jesus told them, don't look at this temple. No stone, no brick, nothing will be left on top of another. And we know what happened in AD 70. That prophecy was fulfilled. But they asked Jesus three important questions. Three important questions that every Christian should take note of, because they will guide you in your Christian journey. As I said earlier, the tests are there to prevent smooth ride, and this movement is not a smooth one. It is full of obstacles. The first question was, when shall this be? When will this temple be destroyed? And the second question was, when shall be the sign? What shall be the sign of thy coming? If you see, you will know that you are coming back. And the third question was, what shall be the sign of the end of the world? And Jesus answered them in verse 4 and 5. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. So, what will be the modus operandi of these people? What will they use? It will be deceit. And for somebody to deceive you, he will come like the truth. But that person coming like truth is short, is deceit. Deceit from head to toe. He said in verse 5, For many shall come in my name, and shall say, I am Christ. Christ means the anointed one. They will not come and say, I'm Jesus Christ. No. And shall deceive many. Shall deceive many. Verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise. He was still answering the questions, giving them the signs. And shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, it doesn't matter, shall abound. God look only at the heart shall abound. They shall abound. The love of many shall what school? Love of many for what? For what Christ stands for. And he said, but he that shall endure till the end shall be saved. He went down to verse 24 and he repeated the same thing. For there shall arise false Christ. That is false anointed one. They are anointed, but they are false. And false prophet. Let me tell people something. These prophets outside, they are prophets, but there is a problem with us, the followers. They are prophets, but affix. They affix. They will not want to add it. False. Whether it's prefix, maybe it's prefix. They need to add it. Their title is false prophet, and shall show great signs and wonders. Inasmuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Jesus said in verse 25, Behold, I have told you. So, in this our channel, this time around, we are supposed to join our forces with these YouTubers that are doing their best to expose. Yes, because there is something with mankind. When somebody come up with a theory and there are lapses in the theory, somebody will come and modify it, and it seems as if that person that modified it is the greatest. It's a lie. The person that started it is the greatest. So these people are doing their best, but we are supposed to add our voice, to add volume to what they are saying, especially those who believe that Jesus Christ exists, because some of them don't believe. And in so doing, we'll be reasoning together. In this series, we'll be reasoning together with the Bible as our constitution. Please share this video, and we'll meet you in our next episode. That will be maybe part 1 of reasoning together with the Bible as our constitution. Reasoning together with the Bible as our constitution. And let me say this: no comment is a taboo. No comment is a taboo. Share and leave your comments, so that together we will guide ourselves into the kingdom. Thank you. Shalom.